Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. In today's episode, we are going to acquire another one of the Great Souls. Or Lord Souls? I really ought to remember this. I don't think I've ever messed that up before. Yeah. We got to Lost Izalith in the last episode after defeating the Centipede Demon and taking his orange charred ring. I always think there's an item back in that crevice, but I'm mildly confident there isn't. Now, this area, as well as the last one, gets a lot of flack from players. And, I understand and I agree with most of the reasons they state. I suppose I just don't feel as strongly about them. We'll talk about that in a second. First, we got a bunch of dragon butts. I believe their actual name in the game is Bounding Demon, but we're gonna call them dragon butts. Anyway, thankfully, apparently, I may have mentioned this before, a little late on the train, on the Dark Souls train, when it came to playing it initially, so I didn't play this initial build, but apparently, originally these guys were, this area was particularly difficult because these guys just had a huge aggro range, they were very fast, and they're tough, and you gotta fight them on lava, basically. Now, they nerf them to the point where they're barely a concern. You have to get really close for them to trigger, but they can still be a problem. So we're gonna try to just run through this area really fast and get to the next bonfire, which actually is not very far at all. Oh dear, oh dear. Don't run out of stamina. Alright, got to the first island. Oh, hey, I think we're good. I think we're good. Those guys might still be coming for us, but we can get away by climbing up this route, which is something they definitely can't do. But yeah, a lot of people don't really like these areas. I get it. Demon Ruins and Lost Izalith both are not particularly long. Kind of simple as far as level design goes. Particularly Demon Ruins is just one pretty clear path. With only that big room with all the Capra demons and Taurus demons. And this place, yeah, you got this big open space here, and then there's some cool stuff over in this city-looking area. But yeah, also people really hate the lava, the giant glowing orange flames, which I get, but I don't think is that big a deal. I mean, it doesn't look like actual lava, but whatever. Twin Humanity's cool. Now, this is actually one of the best places in the game to farm souls. None of these bounding demons respawn, but they give you, like, 2,000 souls apiece. And if you kind of just stand up on this ledge with a bunch of arrows, you're going to need a lot of arrows, then, yeah, you can kind of just pick them off from up here with relative safety and not have a problem. Anyway, there is a very important bonfire here that is easy to miss, but incredibly helpful for the boss. In fact, it's the only other bonfire in this area, aside from that first one we started at. Now, as you can see, these other walls are not illusory, it's just this one. Let's repair equipment. The orange charred ring, of course, reduces the lava damage you take while you're in the lava, but it actually still damages your equipment fairly heavily. Okay, sure, I guess this guy wants to fight. I don't really know why I came over here. We're pretty much done in this big room. There are items scattered around. I don't remember any of them being something that you really need to go out of your way for. So, that's up to you. I couldn't tell you what they are. So, sorry about that, but I assure you it's nothing like a Firekeeper soul or some other really important item. There are actually a couple ways to get up here. I always go through this little ruined building. There's another route over there you can hop on. But yeah, I go through this building and get on here. Yeah, I think the area looks cool for the most part. As far as actual traversable design goes, though, it's not their best. Here we get away from the lava. And we're about to fight so many of these guys. Sure, take care of you. That trigger any of the other ones? Oh yeah, this guy starts behind you. Likes to surprise you. What a prankster. Alright, anybody else? Yep, you like to hide here. There you go. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. I keep thinking there's items around here, though there isn't. Oh, goodness. That right there is a ring of sacrifice, or a rare ring of sacrifice, I can't remember which. Up on that ledge there. We may or may not get it. I'm not entirely sure. This isn't a very long area, like I said, so I don't know. I might take the time to run around and get everything I know of. I don't know why those guys go over to the right. On further trips through this area, we're not going to bother killing all these guys. We'll just be running for the boss, most likely. Large soul of a brave warrior. Always good to get more souls. Now these things are scary as hell to look at anyway. They're called Chaos Eaters, I want to say. They got some pretty scary stuff going on. Look at all those eyes and the funnel of teeth at the top of their head, and they make little suction cup sounds when they move their feet. Like suction cups. I don't like anything about them. Now, I believe we're going to get invaded here really quick. Or wait, no, we don't get invaded. We just have to... This is another one of the Sisters of Izalith, guarding her mother's effective tomb. This is the boss that we'll be fighting here. Once again, fairly short area. Still fairly early on in the video. I think we'll wait. There's still a little bit to show off around here. Come down here. Here's another one of these beasties. Thankfully, they go down almost in 2 hits. No, for some reason I thought that was an illusory wall. Pretty sure this is a pyromancy? Chaos Fire Whip, yeah, actually a pretty impressive one. Well, maybe not. Fire Whip isn't that great. Basically you kind of shoot out... It's kind of like combustion. Like that, except it's more of a flamethrower. It's more persistent. I think it goes a little bit further and you twirl it around a bit. Ultimately, still not horribly impressive. We're gonna go down there momentarily. I believe this is how we get that ring of sacrifice. Yeah. After dealing with this guy. And I think he's got a buddy over here. Yeah, this guy looks like he's animate. Soul of a hero. Excellent. I believe that's 10,000 souls. Ah! Oh! There it is. Yeah, it's really hard to actually land on that branch, but even if you just get caught on it for a second, you should be able to pick that up. And yes, a rare ring of sacrifice, so get that if you feel like it, I suppose. It is a lot more relevant to get multiple copies in Dark Souls 1. See, in Dark Souls 2, they have these same rings, and they have the same properties, do the same things. The only difference is, whereas in this game, you use them once, they break, and then that's that. You would need to find another one to save your souls again. In Dark Souls 2, you can repair rings, including those. So if they break, I think it's 3,000 souls, and that really is not a whole lot in Dark Souls 2. And you get it back. So they're actually a lot more valuable on an individual basis in this one. Alright, come at me, dragon statue, bro. And one more just to clear it all out. Right, now... I've thought about it, and this is a really scary area. You see that soul item over there, and it's tempting, I know, but this whole floor breaks away underneath you, and you get dropped into this poisonous pit with, like, 8 Chaos Eaters, those awkward, eye-full, suction cup funnel creatures. I really don't like it. I don't think there's anything horribly relevant down there. Maybe some good souls. If you want to risk it, either just take the plunge or look into it on your own. I would recommend. I really don't know. Now, this is a bridge. You can see the area we just were in from. In fact, we looked at this bridge from down there. And this is the only respawning Titanite demon in the game. It's very important if you want to completely level up boss weapons. I'm going to ignore him for now. I may do some of that farming off screen, though. I don't know. He'll leave us alone once we're over here now. Crystal Lizard, buddy. Where are you going? Twinkling Titanite Red. Okay, I didn't need those. Whatever. Yeah, now No, actually he's not facing us. Just returned to his position. Now, this is a very sad moment right now. You may remember in the last episode, we saw a door very similar to this in the Demon Ruins, and I said we would talk about it later. Yeah, well, that later is very close at hand. First, let's go down here, though. Ah. And here's our old buddy Solaire, who just killed me. Very unexpectedly. I don't think I've ever died to him. Well, that was a lot less dramatic than I wanted it to be. But yes, that is our buddy Solaire, unfortunately. He was, as you know, he was looking for his own son. We ran into him at the end of the last episode, or even at the beginning of this one. We didn't talk to him, but you could see him in the introduction. And he was just depressed. He couldn't figure out why he couldn't find his own son. And now we see him, he has succumbed to I believe they're just called chaos bugs or something like that. And yeah, now he is hollowed. Or being mind controlled or something of that sort. So yeah, that's the end of Solaire. Now that door, like I said, it's actually important. You can save him. You can save Solaire so that he doesn't die, but it is kind of ridiculous, the method for doing so. Basically, you remember the fair lady, the white spider lady, underneath Quelaag's domain. She, if you join her covenant, she gives you the great chaos fireball pyromancy, as you saw. And then, if you give her humanity, which actually will help her feel a little better, though not much, that's how you level up in the covenant. Just for joining the covenant, you get, as we said, the great chaos fireball pyromancy. I believe at tier 2 you get great chaos firestorm or something like that. And for reaching tier 3, I believe you have to give her 30 humanity. 30. But if you do that, you gain the ability to open that door from the demon ruins side. That giant door that was behind him. And if you can do that, you can destroy the chaos bug before it can hurt Solaire. And that's how you save him. If you do that, you can actually find his summon sign outside of the final boss arena, and you can use him for help there. Sadly, that is not how we went about things. I'm not messing around this time, buddy. I don't like how you just kind of took me out there. There we go.
It's over. My son. It's dark. So dark.
Oh, poor guy. Drops 2 humanity, and I believe, yeah, all of his armor. And this is the little motherfucker who did it. And he drops us the sunlight maggot, which is actually going to be very important later. Now we can touch this door, open it, and there's the demon ruin side. Again, more of these bugs. You can actually, if you're in the Brotherhood of Sunlight Covenant, you level up there. Instead of presenting humanity, you present sunlight medals, which you get 1 for every successful co-op session where you defeat a boss, help someone defeat a boss, or you can actually I've never seen one drop that. I didn't know they could do that. But yeah, these guys can drop sunlight medals. So you can farm them. Alright, well, we got Solaire, which we mostly did so that we could get the sunlight maggot. You gonna... Yep. Excuse me. Please don't lightning bolt me. In the back? That would be rude. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, so we mostly went down there to get the sunlight maggot, and to open up that door, I guess, for posterity's sake. Once again, that floor will crumble away. There's a big old pit down there. It's not all poison. Wait, is it even poison? It might just be that it's water and inhibits your movement. I just remember not liking it down there. Lots of chaos eaters. It's just a mess. Now, I guess that's really all there is to do in this area. And it's time to fight the boss. Now, much like this whole area, there are a lot of people who just they hate this boss. And I'm kind of with them, honestly. I don't think it's designed very well. Basically, no, I'm gonna go in and I'll explain as we go. Yeah. Anyway, so this is gonna be the bed of chaos. Here we are! Now, this is just a weird fight. This is just a weird fight. It's not like anything else in this game or in a lot of RPGs. Basically, there are 3 targets, 2 on either side and 1 in the center. And we want to get to these. And all we have to do is hit each one time to defeat the boss. But the fight changes as you destroy them. Ugh, damn. I love the visual design on this boss. It's just everything else about it. And there we go. There we go. And this is why everybody hates this boss. After that first one, it's so easy to get to the first one. You can go to the left too. It's the same thing. You can kind of just run over there. Maybe she'll hand swat you. That can be pretty damaging and can certainly push you back. But, you know, it isn't terrible. You can get to the first one, no problem. But then the floor starts crumbling away. And she does these huge sweeping attacks that are almost impossible to dodge. Like, one of her favorites is just kind of putting her hand on the arena and sweeping across it. And all these attacks are... It's really easy for them to just knock you into these pits, and then you die. And that's kind of what upsets people. And here's the thing. They put in a measure to counteract that, which is to say that even if you die, your progress with the boss is saved. However many of the 3 points you've destroyed, it saves that. Which is really the only reason the boss is even remotely doable or fair at all. But, you know, when you put it like that, it really... I'm not a game designer, so, you know, I don't do this for a living. I don't know how to. Maybe it's wrong for me to say this, but that just seems like bad design to me. Like, where the boss is to the point where you literally... Like, you need to save people's progress if they die because they're going to die so much. That's ridiculous to me. And to a lot of people. There are plenty of people way more mad about it than I am. I still think aesthetically it's a really cool boss. I don't entirely hate From for it, but it is certainly... It's certainly weird. Alright, round 2. This isn't so bad. Just gotta watch out for those holes. Pretty sure we can, yep, we can get past there. Now, we're gonna have to do a jump here. I believe, yeah, this is the jump. Wish me luck. I don't always make it. Nope. And there you have it. This might take a couple of attempts. If it takes too many more, I'm gonna start editing and just show you my success. It really just to save time. All this time running back to the boss fight. It's not at any. I might even actually leave in the deaths. That's entirely possible. But I just don't want to show you guys all this me running back to the boss fight. Yeah, there are people who have perfected techniques. You can get it all in one go. There's one strategy in particular that I think is just insane. I love it. Where people stand just right in front of the boss. Like in the middle of the arena. When they just slide down in front of her. And then they know where to look on screen. And they just throw firebombs to the 2 orbs of power, whatever, on the sides. And they just throw firebombs, and then the middle is open for them to go to from there. I think that's really cool. I don't know where to aim those. So we're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Alright, third time's a charm. I also like this slide. I don't really know why it's here. Maybe you're going even deeper into the center. I don't know. Anyway. And you can even kind of see she doesn't even really attack out this far. Like, so you're really not even fighting the boss. It's just Oh dear. And I didn't jump early enough. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is just getting silly. Alright, I really thought I was gonna get it that time. If I miss one more time, we'll start editing. Ugh, I just didn't hit it in time. I mean, again, thankfully we can run past literally every enemy in our path. I do kind of like, you know, they took the design step where they knew the boss was insane and that people were probably going to die a lot. So they made it save progress, but they didn't put a bonfire closer to it. I kind of wish they had taken that design philosophy one step further. Fail faster. Whoop. Alrighty then. Come on, don't let me down. Run to the left. I also appreciate that they keep the pits visible. Okay, we are going to make this jump. Oh, yes! Okay. Excellent. Excellent. That's what I wanted to do last time. I just missed the jump. Like, I love these cutscenes, too. Like, in the middle of the boss fight, of it pulling its limbs out. Like, oh, that looks so cool. Look at that picture. I want that on my desktop. It looks so cool. They just... The actual fight needs a lot of work. Oh dear, firestorming. Are we actually gonna get back to the middle? Looks like it. Oh, we even got onto the route. Oh, are we gonna do this? Wish we could... Wait. Yes, we can. We can. We can roll through these so much faster. And this is the bed of chaos. This little bug. And it's now dead. Ugh. Screw you, buddy. Lord Soul. Yeah, okay, I was wrong about that. Humanity. And then this bonfire kind of just appears out of nowhere, too. Right? Like, just... I don't know. Rested bonfire. This is now... a dead end, of course. We actually can't even get out if we wanted to, just by walking back out. It's not even the slide that would be our... We can't get out of this kind of pit that we jumped into to get to the middle. Let's see. We can warp. I suppose let's just go back to Firelink. Figure out, what do I want to do with these souls? I don't know. That's something I'll think about off screen. Maybe I'll level up a little bit before the next episode. Anyway, we're gonna cut the video there for today. I forgot once again to look at the time when I started recording, so I don't entirely know how long this video will be, but hopefully you guys find it to be an appropriate length. Anyway, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider hitting the like button. Feel free to leave a comment with some constructive criticism or start a discussion. And if you'd like to continue our journey through Lordran and perhaps get regular updates of other series going on my channel, go ahead and consider please hitting the subscribe button. Thank you very much again, and I hope you all have a good one. Bye.